Updated November 10, 2017. 104,858 residents in the Perth suburb of Subiaco fear they could be forced to move after a property which previously housed families of sick children was purchased by a drug rehabilitation service that had been kicked out of a neighbouring suburb. The former Ronald McDonald house on York Street used to provide short-term accommodation for rural families with seriously ill children in Princess Margaret Hospital. But it has just been sold to the company which operates Fresh Start drug rehabilitation clinics. The clinic previously operated in the neighbouring suburb of Wembley, but was forced to move by the local council after persistent complaints of police cars, drug dealers and screaming around the property. Gillian Anderson's property backs onto the Ronald McDonald house site, and she said she was afraid it would put her children aged 6 and 8 at risk. "I'm very concerned for the safety," Ms. Anderson said. "We can't live here with that, so we would have to move." Ms. Anderson said she was one of a number of residents concerned about the changed use of the property, which also sits near Perth Modern High School and the site of the proposed new Western Suburbs School. The two high schools that are going to be in close proximity, both Perth Modern and the new high school, are 100 to 200 meters away, she said. "This is not a suitable location for such an operation." She said the city of Subiaco had not followed proper planning processes when it passed a motion allowing the site to continue to operate as a lodging house. Ronald McDonald House had an exemption formally in place to use it as a lodging house for hosting the families of sick children, which no one would complain about, obviously, she said. They moved out in December 2015, and 6 months after that their exemption expired. So after that, any change or alteration, a new non-permitted use for the site should have to follow the process. So there should be an application, consultation, assessment. Ms. Anderson said she was angry residents had not been consulted. "The council can do something about this," she said. "They can revoke this motion." Fresh Start declined to comment when contacted by the ABC Drug Centre not compatible with residential area. Fresh Start previously ran a similar facility in the neighbouring suburb of Wembley but was forced to move earlier this year by the town of Cambridge. Residents complained about police and emergency vehicles at all hours of the day and night, medicines arriving over the fence, drug dealers hanging around, people screaming in the yard at 4 o'clock in the morning scaring the residents, Ms. Anderson said. So clearly this is not a very suitable activity for a residential zone. Town of Cambridge Mayor Kerry Shannon said she understood the concerns of Subiaco residents living near the property. "I have immense sympathy for the residents that live around there," Ms. Shannon said. "I certainly would not want the Fresh Start facility to be operating in a residential area in the town of Cambridge. I think that Fresh Start should be operating in an area which is either a medical zoned area or industrial zoned area." Subiaco residents lobbied Planning Minister Rita Saffioti, who has referred the matter to the State Administrative Tribunal. In a statement, City of Subiaco Chief Executive Don Burnett said the tribunal will make a recommendation to the minister about the validity or otherwise of the council decision. Topics: Community and Society, Drugs and Substance Abuse, Drug Use, Urban Development and Planning. Subiaco 6008. First posted November 10, 2017. 082511.